I have lost the last 2 challenges that I have done on MyGM mode. 327,000. How much did they gain? Oh no, they beat us! 329,000. I can't believe it. We lost by 7,000. Oh, is that just simply because the Umaga match wasn't a 5-star? And quite frankly, I've had enough of losing, so today I'm going to stick it to the AI and I'm going to pick the most overpowered draft that I physically can. And we're going to try and take a win this time round. I'm talking the Akira Tazawas. I'm talking, of course, the Tuckers. The Erics of the world. I'm going to pick as many of these guys as possible. And we're going to wipe the floor with the AI in this MyGM mode in 15 weeks. Now I'm going to go with the one that I think is the most overpowered in Adam Pearce. That Instigator card is really crucial for those final weeks if you do not have all of your rivalries up to a level 3 or 4 for that WrestleMania moment. I'm going to go with the Birth of Legends. Those 6 Birth of Legends cards, obviously, that you get to bump up your popularity can be really crucial at the beginning of the MyGM challenge. So I think what we're going to do then, we're going to go up against Sonya Deville. She raises the roster's morale. I think that's a terrible one. We're going to stick with Raw, though. They have that This Is War card. It's really annoying when it happens, but there we go. Of course, we're sticking with hard. I'm not going to do this on any easy difficulty. No way. We are doing the 15 weeks. We are sticking to the default draft pool, but tomorrow, a brand new series is starting, and you guys voted on the community tab that you wanted to see ruthless aggression only. So that's the reason number 1 for you to subscribe today is because tomorrow, Ruthless Aggression starts. We're doing 5 weeks every episode for the next 5 days. We're going to do a 25-week period, and you've got to be there to see it. So a default draft pool on manual, of course. We're going to be picking our OP draft today, and I'm hoping really that we get all of the good ones. Now, I think, to be fair, we just start down the bottom. And we look to see who is here to begin with that we can obviously keep our eye on. Because on the women's side of things as well, the likes of Raquel Gonzalez always is really crucial. Tamina, if she's here. Nobody's better than Tamina. I don't really like Tamina, but she's very good on this. There is Secret Weapon Akira Tazawa. Both times I've had him so far, he's left. He's left. Although whenever he's facing against me, he's always their champion. There's Tamina. Is Tucker here? Otis is, but is Tucker here? Dakota Kai, she's always very good. Eric, I've seen Eric be champion quite a fair few amount of times. Tucker is there as well. Tyler Breeze, these are the ones that I'm talking about. These are the ones that are going to get me the victory today. So I think I'm going to go with Tyler Breeze as my first pick. Very high stamina as well. Let's take a look. Right. Now I think we go with somebody who is a heel. A little bit further down, Tommaso Ciampa, maybe. No, why is Randy Orton that far down? It's ridiculous, isn't it, really? But no, we keep going down. We keep going down. Let's take a look. So we've got Eric down there. I think maybe we do go with Akira Tazawa. Let's have a look on the women's side of things. And I know, don't worry, Tyler Breeze and Akira Tazawa doesn't match up yet. Let's go with Raquel Gonzalez. That makes a lot of sense to me. Damn, no, they've gone with Eric. They've gone with Eric. I can't believe it. How dare they? How dare they go with Eric immediately? They know my game already. They're on to me. Right, now we've got to be careful. So, we've got Raquel Gonzalez. Let's go. We could actually go, yeah, with the new Casey Catanzaro. Let's do it from the Banzai Pack. I'm all for it. Oh, Rio Ripley would have been a good one. Ripley would have been a good one. Right, okay. Now, let's go across then and use these correctly. So Tyler Breeze, he is a fighter. We need a bruiser. We need a heel bruiser. And we're going to look down the bottom. Of course we are. So we've got the likes of Otis. Jinder Mahal is always up there though, isn't he? He is always up there. Sheamus, Tucker. Ooh, Austin Theory. I tell you what, let's go with Jinder Mahal. Let's go with Jinder Mahal. It's got to be done. Now, fighter, because... Well, actually, no, we need another bruiser now, but this time we need it to be a babyface, don't we? So I think, actually, we go with... If we can get Tucker... There we go. Before, obviously, they go for Tucker. That would have been... Oh, John Morrison would have been good. John Morrison would have been very good. Right, okay. So now I think we have a look at a couple of specialists that we can chuck in the mix. Somebody who's not going to cost us too much money. Murphy is always there, isn't he? He is always there. They always seem to go for Murphy. They always seem to be very good with it. Okay, so he's a babyface specialist. So let's go with a heel specialist if we can. Somebody like Chad Gable. Never used him. I've never used Chad Gable. And he's got very high stamina. Chad Gable's our man. Chad Gable is our man. Back to the women's roster. If you look down the bottom, who is always picked against Becky Lynch is Natalya. She is ours. Right, now, Toni Storm. That's a great pick, to be fair. Cheapest as well. It's the cheapest. It is Toni time. I think we go with Tamina, because there's only one other one there. And then we go with another cruiser on the female roster. Shotzi, but she's Liv Morgan. Oh, I haven't used Liv Morgan very much. So let's go with Liv Morgan. We'll go with Liv Morgan. Right, okay. Maybe I think I'll stay away from the giant cruiser section on the male side of things, because it always makes it a little bit more difficult. We don't want difficult today. We want overpowered. So, let's take a look. On our roster right now, how many bruisers do we have? We have one babyface, one there. And I think we have one heel. There we go. Right, so we need one more babyface, I'm going to say, on the male side of things. Angelo Dawkins. We need to remember as well that if Montez Ford is here, we could go with Montez Ford as well. I don't think he is. He might have already been picked up. We need to remember that we got tag team. We got to have a look at tag team. Because Randy Orton could be a good pickup. Especially if Riddle is still here. He is. Because we need tag teams. When they're out overpowered, though, it doesn't matter. Damien Priest, I forgot about you, son. I forgot about Damien Priest. I'm going with him. Angelo Dawkins is one that I mentioned before, so we do need a babyface one. He is a little bit expensive, but he is the cheapest babyface one. So let's do it. So our babyface heel combination is not the best. So right now, we got Akira Tazawa, who is a fighter on the heel side of things. But we've got too many fighters. Well, we've got two fighters there who are on the babyface side of things. So I think we need another... How many bruises do we have? On the babyface, we got 1, 2. So we need a babyface... No, a heel bruiser. Because we've only got Jinder Mahal. There's quite a lot of options as well. I like Austin Theory. Sheamus and Cesaro, though, but they don't match up as the bar. That's really frustrating. Oh, we've got Chad Gable. We had Chad Gable. I think we go for one more wrestler now. One more. So, how many female wrestlers do we have? We've got 6 so far. Should be enough. That should be enough. We can always add to it later on. Fighters. I think that's what we need right now. I think we need some fighters. We've only got 3. And they are Akira Tazawa, so it's a heel. Tyler Breeze, who's a babyface. Who's our final? Oh, Damien Priest. So we need another heel. We need another heel. Randy Orton is there. He's not overpowered. He's just really good anyway, isn't he? But he is there. Carmella costs more than Randy Orton. Randy Orton it is. With $196,000 left, that is our OP draft done. So let's take a look at our team. Look at that. Oh, that's so overpowered. That is so overpowered. It's unbelievable. I love it. Right. Okay, so if we take a look, we drafted a little bit more. We drafted one more than them. But I think we drafted very well. We definitely drafted very, very well. Okay, who's our champion going to be? We need to pick somebody who's going to have a lot of options to fight against. So if we did have Randy Orton, we would only be able to fight against Angelo Dawkins and Tucker. It's it makes sense. Let's go with Randy Orton then as that. And our women's champion. So we've got two heel giants. We've got Liv Morgan and Casey Catanzaro. And we've got Natalya, who could be very good, to be fair. I'm going to go with Natalya. Let's go with Natalya for our women's champion. Right, let's use our Birth of Legends card early then and see who picks up the 6 extra popularity points. I can see some very overpowered people picking it up already, which is absolutely amazing. Tucker and Akira Tazawa both getting some extra popularity, which is fantastic. Now, I've picked the first card and I've gone really overpowered. I've basically done exactly what the AI always seems to do, and I've gone with 4 title matches. I mean, we've got to win, haven't we? Surely. So our opener then, it's Chad Gable and Otis versus Murphy and Tyler Breeze for the tag titles. We then got Natalya versus Toni Storm for the women's. The women's tag titles is then up Liv Morgan and Casey Catanzaro versus Tamina and Raquel Gonzalez. And then Randy Orton versus Tucker in an Extreme Rules match. We got some call-outs as well, though. Angelo Dawkins is going to call out Akira Tazawa. We then have Jinder Mahal calling out Damien Priest. And Damien Priest doing a little bit of charity for us to gain us those extra fans. We've got a couple of table matches, one normal match. I'm excited to see how overpowered this card is going to be for us. All right, I've ditched the headphones. Let's see. Chad Gable and Otis, will you win? No. Tyler Breeze and Murphy. It is a new rivalry though, and it's a great match too. I like it already. Angelo Dawkins, excellent promo, level 1 rivalry. This is already off to a flyer. Natalya versus Toni Storm. Toni Storm, we have new women's champion. Doesn't start a rivalry though. I need that on a t-shirt, really. Does nothing for the rivalry. Jinder Mahal, weak. Doesn't start a rivalry. Right, okay. So I've jinxed it already. Liv and Casey Catanzaro versus Tamina and Raquel Gonzalez. And Liv Morgan and Casey Catanzaro pick up the win. The two cruisers. It's a great match as well. Damien Priest for charity. Good promo. 5,000 fans. And the main event. Randy Orton versus Ratings Tucker. Let's see. Who wins? Randy Orton retains in an Extreme Rules match. It's an amazing match and it's a level 1 rivalry. Oh, Raw are not going to know what's hit them. Okay, so they've only got one title match, but it is a Hell in a Cell. They have got, of course, Finn Balor there versus Titus O'Neil. 2 overpowered people in this game. So they still have some overpowered people. There's no lying what's going on there. I don't know why I'm going to watch it. I'm going to simulate it all just so we can see. So we've got the curve spot on. We've got the curve spot on there. 3.5 for the opener, 2.5 mid. We've beaten every single time other than their main event, which they cheated. They did a Hell in a Cell. But don't you worry. We'll be getting some Hell in a Cells in on SmackDown. Don't you worry about that. So I think we should win this quite easily. 92,000 fans to begin with. Plus $37,000. Randy Orton is great at Extreme Rules matches. That's fantastic already. We've got a good one there. They only gain 81,000 fans. Overpowered drafts is working already. Our commission to go today is to have at least one TLC match and we get a free arena booking. So that is 100% happening. Also, we promised Natalya an exclusive title rematch against Toni Storm. So that is our main event today. It's not a TLC match though, just a tables match for stamina reasons. Instead, we'll give the TLC match to Angelo Dawkins versus Akira Tazawa. Why not? The level 1 rivalry shall begin. Now, Tucker has only 34 for his stamina, so he's going to take a bit of a rest today, and Randy Orton's going to talk some crap about him in a promo. And then we have Murphy versus Tyler Breeze. No, we don't. We have Murphy and Tyler Breeze versus Chad Gable and Otis. Then we have Damien Priest and Jinder Mahal. They're going to try and start another rivalry again. If it doesn't work, we may have to look at something else. Morgan and Catanzaro, can they retain against Raquel Gonzalez and Tamina, or at least start a rivalry? That'll be absolutely fantastic. Jinder Mahal's doing some charity work, and we've got optional bonuses on every single thing so far. This should be a good one. Let's book it then, because I'm excited. I actually think this one could be better than our first one, even though we're not got all 4 title matches. But we do have this TLC match to open the show. Angelo Dawkins versus Akira Tazawa. Angelo Dawkins picks up the win. It's a great match. It's a level 2 rivalry already. Our first pay-per-view is going to be full of 5-star matches. I can already feel it. Randy Orton against Tucker. Tucker's popularity has grown massively. It's a level 2 rivalry already. Murphy and Tyler Breeze. Can they retain the title? They don't. We have new tag team titles. Yes, level 2 rivalry as well, and a great match. Damien Priest. They literally don't want to have a rivalry against each other, and I have no idea why. I have no idea why. Liv Morgan and Kacy Catanzaro, Raquel Gonzalez and Tamina. In a tables match too, by the way. And Tamina and Raquel Gonzalez, we have new champions again. Level 1 rivalry. Jinder Mahal. It's an okay promo. Will this be 3 for 3 new champions? Let's see. Toni Storm, Natalya. In a tables match. And Natalya wins. It is. It's another. Does nothing for the rivalry, but it's another champion. Another new champion. Right, okay. What did Raw have for us then? Now, they got 2 title matches there. They're going for a TLC match as well, but they are running their championship as well as us, but this time in the main event. We beat them. We beat them. Oh, they beat us in the main. They only beat us in the main event there. TLC match. They got an unbooked match, though, which is weird. But okay, that's absolutely fine. Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez are both fantastic at tables matches. Lovely. We gained 91,000 fans. We did lose a little bit of money, but that's absolutely fine at this point. You don't really gain money until you get to the first pay-per-view anyway, which we're all going to get 5-star matches. So we gained 91. They gained 85. Yes, let's go. We continue our little bit of a run there and opening up the gap of fans compared to Raw. Oh, I think you're going to like this card. I think you're going to like this card. Week number 3, we have a Hell in a Cell as the opener for the tag team titles. Come on, I'm so excited. Chad Gable and Otis versus Murphy and Tyler Breeze. Level 2 rivalry already. Call out. Andrew Dawkins going to call out Akira Tazawa. Akira Tazawa's a 1 on the mic. So's Natalya for some reason, which I'm a little bit unsure with. But Toni Storm's going to call her out anyway. That actually hasn't started a rivalry, which I didn't realise. Then we got Natalya doing charity work. We've got a mid-card match between Tamina and Raquel Gonzalez. Kacy Catanzaro and Liv Morgan for the titles. Yet again, we might give them a rest and then keep that one going until the second pay-per-view. Damien Priest versus Jinder Mahal then, 1-on-1 in a TLC match. They've got quite high stamina. Then we have our main event. It's Randy Orton versus Tucker again in a tables match for the titles. So, another 3 championship matches going on for this SmackDown. This is basically like Attitude Era, isn't it? Remember you when you used to watch like Raw or SmackDown in the Attitude Era, especially Raw, and every single week there would be at least 3 title changes, whether it be Intercontinental, European, Hardcore. There were so many different title changes. Even the main championship, the WWE belt, was flipped and flopped on Raw. It was amazing to watch. You never knew what was going to happen. When you watch it back now, it's a little bit awful, but still, they don't feel as special, but it was quite fun to watch. So, we got show logistics. We've got 1-up on quite a few of them as well. And we still got all of our optional bonuses. We should be bringing in a little bit more money. So I'm wondering now whether we're going to start to peel away from that gap even further. Chad Gable and Otis versus Murphy and Tyler Breeze. Hell in a Cell. Come on, be a 4-star at least. Gotta be. It's a classic. Let's go. Level 3 in that tag rivalry. Absolutely love it. Dawkins is calling out Akira Tazawa. Grows to level 3 too. That's great. We need this to go to level 2. If it doesn't, we'll maybe even leave it until WrestleMania if it keeps going on. Good. Level 2. Nice. Toni Storm versus Natalya. Good. New rivalry. I like it. Damien Priest versus Jinder Mahal in a TLC match. And Damien Priest picks up the win. It's a new rivalry. About time. Great match as well. Natalya, it's a good promo considering she's only a 1 on the mic. We'll take that. Then it's Randy Orton versus Tucker in a tables match for the Universal Championship. And Randy Orton retains yet again. Tucker. Come on, Tucker. It's a 4-star match. Level 3 rivalry. So we've got some payoffs at the first pay-per-view. Right, they're running the women's tag titles in that main event. But they're not doing anything else other than that. That's too special. They do have Ivar going up against Marcel Bartel and then being called out by somebody else. So, I don't know. But let's confirm that and see how we do, because we should absolutely smash them there. They still got a 4-star main event with that. And it's just a tables match. Alright, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I reckon we've pulled away there. 98,000. Woohoo! What a killer show. Can't wait for the next SmackDown. I'm with you, Unstoppable Monster 86. Priest and Hall are both fantastic at TLC matches. Oh, we have paired that up perfectly. We did lose quite a lot of money there, but still, ranked number 1. Nice. They only gained 83,000. Oh, we are absolutely running away with this. 1,282,828. I like that. 282, 828 to their 250,000. So yeah, round about 32,000 in the lead already. Okay, we got 3 wrestlers being veto, which, to be honest, we've actually got away with it quite big time, really, because I think we got Tazawa, who is one of them. Angel Dawkins, who's one of them, but he's already in level 3 rivalry. We got the tag team of Tamina. So that's absolutely fine. We can keep that going till the next pay-per-view anyway. And Toni Storm, who's only in a level 1, which is absolutely fine. We haven't really suffered there, I feel like. So now, if we book the show, what we're gonna do is we're gonna rest a lot of people in regards to like putting them all in normal matches, not worrying about it too much. So, for instance, we have our opener. We're still going to stick with that tag team title match. That's going to be our kind of best match on the card. It's only a normal match too, so that we can make it do something special for the pay-per-view. Then we got Natalya calling out Toni Storm. Then we've got Jinder Mahal and Damien Priest going one-on-one again. Casey Kanzar is going to do a promo for Charity. Liv Morgan is then going to go up against Raquel Gonzalez. And then our main event, Tucker, is against Akira Tazawa, because I know that's what everybody wants to see. But Randy Orton's going to do the running. And let's see if Akira Tazawa can pick up the win from it. If not, Tucker's lost 3 out of 3. And he is going to be fuming. He's still bringing in the ratings, though, and that's the main thing. Right, okay, let's run this show, then. We have got some extra bonuses on every single one yet again. We're still doing that quite well. Otis, Chad Gable, will they win the titles? They do. Champions. Amazing match, level 4. Level 4, Natalya and Toni Storm. Okay. Level 2 now, that's good. Jinder Mahal versus Damien Priest. How does this one fare? Damien Priest picks up the win. Level 2. It is a level 2. You call each other out, nothing. Have a couple of matches, yeah, alright. Katie Catanzaro was a good promo for Charity, thank you very much. Liv Morgan versus Raquel Gonzalez. If it starts a new rivalry, that'll be absolutely perfect for a singles rivalry going forward in the future. It doesn't. Mediocre. Never mind, it was just filler in the mid-card. Tucker versus Akira Tazawa with Randy Orton doing the run-in. Just a normal match. Tucker wins. Still. Mediocre. Oh, that's annoying. But it is a level 4 rivalry. So we might have given away a few fans there because they've gone all out with the tables in every single match. And they've got 2 titles. So that's absolutely fine. Well, I'm happy to admit defeat in this one. Even though they kind of bossed it up with their main event there. Not doing as well as their mid-card match. But that's fine. They should still win this quite easily. We also had the same problem there. Right. 73,000. 73,000 is still a lot. And we gain quite a lot of money from that too. We're still number 1 because they only gained 93,000. So out of the 30,000 we're ahead, they gained 20,000. But we've rested everybody going into the next pay-per-view. And we have some big payoffs to happen in that future pay-per-view. So yeah, although we're about 13,000, maybe even 14,000 almost there, we should be absolutely fine because this pay-per-view's got to rock. It's Backlash time then. By the way, I hate the fact they call it WrestleMania Backlash. And I hate the fact that the Backlash that's about to happen in real life is basically all the same matches that were on WrestleMania. What's the point? It looks like a terrible pay-per-view. This, however, doesn't look like a terrible pay-per-view. It looks like the most overpowered pay-per-view you might have seen on MyGM mode, because we have Alpha Academy versus Murphy and Tyler Breeze, who, by the way, have complained, both of them separately, of tagging with each other because they keep losing. But they're going up against this for the tag team rivalry anyway. Then we've got Natalya versus Toni Storm for a title match in a Hell in a Cell. Then we got Akira Tazawa and Angelo Dawkins. We might actually swap those 2 around because Hell in a Cell will probably get a better rating. Although it does have Secret Weapon Akira Tazawa, but there we go. The women's tables match for the titles. That is going on the sub-main event, which is Randy Orton versus Tucker in a tables match. We got show logistics getting optional bonuses every single where we can, but our show cost is $190,000, so we had to be a little bit careful with our money going into this match. But I still think this is going to be a 5-star classic pay-per-view. We got a lot of payoffs here. Right, okay, Chad Gable, Otis, will you retain? They don't, so Tyler Breeze and Murphy are the new champions. That's not how I wanted that to go. But still, they are the new title holders. Damien Priest. Excellent promo there. Akira Tazawa and Angelo Dawkins. Let's simulate that. How does that do? Angelo Dawkins with the win. An amazing match. Rivalry complete. There we go. Jinder Mahal. Excellent promo from Jinder. Natalya versus Toni Storm in a Hell in a Cell match. Come on, this is going to be a big one. A classic. Yes, Level 3 rivalry as well. I like it. Raquel Gonzalez and Tamina versus Liv Morgan and Kacy Catanzaro. How does this one do? Raquel Gonzalez and Tamina win. It's an amazing match. Level 3. And our main event. Randy Orton versus Tucker. In a tables match. Level 4 rivalry. It's heated. Can it be a 5-star? Oh, it's just a classic. No legendary matches today, but still very overpowered. They got a tables match there. They got 3 title matches, so not too bad, but I still think we should be winning this. Let's take a look. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We have timed that perfectly as well with the little curve that you're supposed to do. So that's really good. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. I think we should get quite a lot of fans from that. Let's take a look. 235,000. There we go. Plus $50,000. Nice. Breeze and Murphy are fantastic at Extreme Rules matches. That's probably why they won then. We got free advertising bookings, so that's good to use in the future. They got 200,000, so we did gain 35,000 fans there. So that's perfect. We're well ahead once again. Now, ideally, Otis and Chad Gable would have won the tag team titles because I've just signed Fandango, so we could have had Fandango and Tyler Breeze rolling up to WrestleMania against them in a big rivalry, but now we need to get the belts off of Murphy and Breeze at some point. So I've also bought a fixed match card. But anyway, Fandango, we welcome him into the team, into the roster. And this is what our first week after the pay-per-view looks like. Jinder Mahal versus Damien Priest in a TLC match. They're both really good at it. Let's open the show with it. We then got Murphy doing charity, as well as Akira Tazawa, as well as Chad Gable. We're giving Tyler Breeze the rest for 2 weeks. Randy Orton versus Angelo Dawkins. That could be our new rivalry for the Universal Championship. It's only in the mid-card for now, though. Fandango debuts versus Otis. Then the women's tag team rivalry is the main event. And that is because we have promised Liv Morgan a main event match this week. So if we can get that to level 4, then we can rest them all a little bit because they are all looking a little bit worse for wear before we go into the next pay-per-view. Right. Show logistics, a lot of optional bonuses, that's what we like. Now that we are running the Thunderdome as well, we should bring in quite a lot of cash, a little bit more money for future sign-ins, etc. And of course, running some unbelievable shows. Damien Priest wins in the TLC match. It's an amazing match, it's a level 3 rivalry as well. Okay promo from Buddy Murphy. This needs to start a new rivalry, hopefully. Then maybe we could do a slow build. New rivalry, there we go. Angelo Dawkins has just pinned the champion. That could be a title match next week now. Akira Tazawa. I didn't want to start. I don't want to give them a title match and then Angelo Dawkins doesn't actually start a rivalry. That would have been really frustrating. So now that it is a rivalry, we can make that title match. Akira Tazawa. Embarrassing promo. Okay. Fandango versus Otis, though. This could be a little single rivalry, maybe up until this next pay-per-view. Mediocre, but it is level 1. Chad Gable doing some charity work. It's a weak promo. 5,000 fans, though. Then the tag team rivalry for the Women's Tag Team Championship. And Liv Morgan and Kacy Catanzaro win. I still don't even know who's actually champions. It's another amazing match, though. That's good. Didn't do nothing for the rivalry, so we can build it up for future, but that's fine. Kalista versus Omos. So they actually drafted Omos at one point. Didn't know when that was. Let's simulate the show then. I reckon... What? What? I'm sorry, but I have seen Omos in a wrestling ring. There's no way he is getting a 5-star match. Is it? Really? Tables match as well. 5-star. Yeah, right. Oh, that's really frustrating. I thought we were going to do really well here. Right, okay. We gained 66,000. We did gain quite a lot of money. We're still ranked number 1. They gained 69,000. So that's not bad. Oh, they're both fantastic at tables matches. That's really why then, to be fair. We still got loads more fans than them. They're still catching us by quite a lot. Week number 7 then. Again, quite a weak week, actually. We got Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal. They did actually ask to tag within last week, which then gave a major decrease to Jinder Mahal, but hey, I'm going to run it this time instead. Fandango versus Damien Priest going to be their opponents because I need to put a tag team match in there, and we're still resting other people in the women's. They all need a rest, really. But Dawkins is going to do the running anyway, and Randy Orton to try and spice up that rivalry and to stop a tag rivalry from happening so that we can keep Fandango free for Tyler Breeze's return next week. We then have Casey Catanzaro doing charity work. Otis is going to do a call out for Fandango. Liv Morgan's going to do charity work. We got Tucker versus Akira Tazawa because Akira Tazawa asked to have a match against Tucker. He said, promise me on this. And I promise. I like him. I like him. I trust him to show me a good time. We then have Toni Storm versus Natalya for the title. And then in the main event, actually, I might have to swap that round. There we go. That's now going to be our main event. Murphy versus Chad Gable. That's going to be the mid-card there. So it is not as good as previous weeks, but we do have some optional bonuses being matched. And I've even got the veteran Lights, 3D, and Pyro. So we spent quite a lot of money this week behind the scenes, hence why we're not doing too much in the actual card itself. But let's see. I'm still expecting a good show because these guys, they should be doing really well. And Damien Priest Fandango do pick up the win. It's an okay match. Level 2 rivalry for Dawkins and Orton. Casey Catanzaro doing a good promo. 5,000 fans. Tucker and Akira Tazawa. Is this going to start a new rivalry? Akira Tazawa does pick up the win. Tucker's injured, but it does start a new rivalry. Otis and Fandango. Excellent promo. Level 2. Murphy versus Chad Gable. 1-on-1. In a tables match, Murphy wins. Does this start a new rivalry? It does. He has got himself injured though, which is annoying. Great match too. Ooh, that puts the cat amongst the pigeons. Toni Storm versus Natalya. Can you beat that great match in this tables match? Toni Storm wins. It's just a good match. It is a level 4 rivalry though, so yeah, I was right to keep that as the main event. Never mind. Omos and Kalista going up against each other again in a normal match. Remember, that got a legendary match last time. So they got 4-star there. They absolutely battered us. In all 4 matches, they destroyed us. Oh dear, oh dear. Chad Gable's an actual tables matches though. We gained 53,000 fans. We gained quite a lot of money. We're still ranked number 1. They only gained 63,000 fans. But that's because our show quality, I think, is far superior. So even though they put on way better matches, our show quality is still better. Now, with 2 weeks till the next pay-per-view, we've just lost Jinder Mahal. He wanted a 100k bonus. I said absolutely not. So he's left. Now, I haven't replaced him just yet because when I looked on the free agents, there wasn't anybody who popped out to me as overpowered. Dexter Lumis maybe, but I'm looking for a heel. And looking for a heel bruiser, if anything. AJ Styles could be, yes. On the Legends category, there are a few, but Legends, they aren't as overpowered as some of these normal guys, so I think we stay away from them. And we just go with what we've got for time being until I can find a decent replacement. But for now, Liv Morgan and Casey Catanzaro versus Damien and Raquel Gonzalez. It's still only a level 3 rivalry. We can get it to level 4 in the next couple of weeks, then we can run a very good pay-per-view title match. We then got Akira Tazawa calling out Tucker. Tucker's injured, as is Murphy for the time being, so we can't use them. Otis versus Fandango, normal match. 2 out of 4 rivalry right now. Then we got Natalya and Toni Storm both doing charity work. Chad Gable versus Tyler Breeze, but Damien Priest doing a run-in because if we schedule a run-in, we get a To The Moon card. Then in the main event, it's Randy Orton versus Dawkins for the title. In a tables match too. So Dawkins getting his first title match, and it's on SmackDown. So, okay. And it's a tables match too. I'm wondering then, will we have new champions? There's only one way to find out. Let's take a look. Liv Morgan and Casey Catanzaro are the current champions, and they have lost their belts. Raquel Gonzalez has got injured though, right before a pay-per-view. That's fantastic. Akira Tazawa versus Tucker. Call him out. It's weak. Does nothing for the rivalry. Otis versus Fandango. Normal match. Otis wins. Anything? Nope. Nothing for the rivalry. Natalya. Okay, 5,000. Chad Gable versus Tyler Breeze with Damien Priest doing the run-in just so that we can get to the Moon card. Chad Gable still wins. New rivalry with Damien Priest. Tony Storm. Okay, 5,000. Now, do we have a new champion? Angelo Dawkins is our new champion. I mean, he did already pin Randy Orton. It's a level 3 rivalry. We got another injury. Oh, why? Why? Right, okay. Fair enough. Let's simulate this show. I'm still struggling. Even though I'm picking the most overpowered people, I am still struggling. Jinder Mahal, SmackDown is a joke. Glad to be free. Time to leave all the losers behind. What an idiot. We're getting 67,000 fans there. $102,000. That's good. Got the To The Moon card. That's even better. They only getting 59,000. So our show quality is obviously a lot higher. But we do have some new champions. Not the most exciting of signings, but definitely an overpowered player in this game. It's Danny Burch. We're bringing him in as a heel specialist. Obviously, we lost Jinder Mahal. We're going to replace him with Danny Burch, and we're going to get him in straight into the action in this upcoming week, because we got 1 week until the next pay-per-view, and we got 2 wrestlers who are out for another week. So I'm hoping, because there's no power cards available for us to buy other than a health spa, that we don't have to worry about any more injuries on this show. So let's be really, really careful, please. Liv Morgan versus Natalya. This is one that I'm worried about slightly, but with a run-in on Toni Storm on Natalya for their rivalry, I'm hoping Liv Morgan will be absolutely fine. We then got Akira Tazawa versus Tucker. It's a level 1, so if he does get injured, it's not too bad. It still would be annoying, though. Then Danny Burch is going to come in versus Damien Priest. Again, no rivalry, so if he does get injured, not too panicked. But this is the weird one, right? So we've got the main event. Yes, it's on a rivalry on cooldown. However, Fandango's doing the run-in on Otis because they have a rivalry going right now. And the tag team titles are on the line, but I've done a fixed match, as you can see, so it guarantees that Otis wins. So we'll have new tag team champions, and then Fandango and Tyler Breeze can team up against each other, well, team up with each other for those tag team titles against Alpha Academy. I think that's smart booking. We've also got Randy Orton calling out Angelo Dawkins, trying to get that to a level 4 for the next pay-per-view because he wants his title back. Okay, we're running the Thunderdome. We've got some special optional bonuses going forward for this week as well. Okay, Toni Storm. What can you do for us, Tony? Yes, Liv Morgan wins because of that run-in. It's only a mediocre match. Could be a problem here. Okay, Angelo Dawkins. Oh, no. The call-out didn't even work. Akira Tazawa versus Tucker. Ever reliable. Secret weapon Akira Tazawa. There we go. Mediocre. Oh, my God. What is happening here? Danny Burch versus Damien Priest. Anything more than a 2-star match, lads? No. Right, okay. Just the main event to save it then, I guess. Even though it's only just a normal match as well. Great match. Oh, he's injured. Chad Gable is injured. We do have new champions, but Chad Gable is injured. And it did nothing for the rivalry. Right. I don't know why I'm watching it. I'm just gutted, really. I'm just absolutely gutted. Okay. They smashed us in the opener. We matched their main. So that's annoying. We only gained 23,000 fans. We're still number 1, though. They gained 50,000. Jesus. And they gained quite a lot of money as well. But we still have more money. We still have more fans for now. And we're going into this pay-per-view with a few rivalries that we can pay off. We just got to hope that there's some kind of health card that we can bring these guys back from injury. Welcome to the roster. Montez, Ford, of course, one half of the Street Profits. We already have the other. But he's not the only signing we have made today, because I have finally signed R-Truth, who I have never signed before, and he is, again, very overpowered. We've seen him time and time again win the championship. So R-Truth is in the building, and he's 5 out of 5 for promo skills. Now, they have vetoed a couple of our stars, including Chad Gable and including Angelo Dawkins, which means we cannot put on the title match of Randy Orton versus Angelo Dawkins. Yeah, it's very frustrating, isn't it? But okay, That's fine. We can ignore it and we can just keep on going. Never mind. So we're going to have to run some other things for this pay-per-view. Nonetheless, let's take a look. So, Toni Storm versus Natalya is a level 4 rivalry. It's a TLC match. We're running the risk of injury here, but I don't really care too much. Otis and Fandango, one-on-one. We then got Danny Burch versus Damian Priest, again in a tables match, one-on-one. Tucker versus Akira Tazawa, Secret Weapon, just a one-on-one match. But then our pay-per-view finale, our main event, is Liv Morgan and Kacy Catanzaro versus Tamina and Raquel Gonzalez for the Tag Team Women's Championships. And it's in a Hell in a Cell. They don't have the best of stamina, but they're just going to have to deal with it. We got optional bonuses for each and every one. We are using any power cards, but they've used 2 against us. Scumbags. We'll just have to run this show anyway. We are saving a little bit of money now so we can start buying cards as and when they come to us. For instance, like health spars, I'm saving up a couple, and some injury cards if they ever show up, which I haven't seen any of them yet. Natalya wins. They're both injured. They're both injured. Brilliant. It is a classic though. Rivalry complete. Montez forward. It's a good charity promo. We got 4 people doing charity promos today. Just to make the use out of them, really. Otis versus Fandango. Otis does pick up the win. Rivalry grows to level 3. Murphy. Okay, promo. Danny Burch versus Damian Priest. Let's see. Danny Burch does pick up the win. It's a good match. It's a level 2 rivalry. Tyler Breeze. Okay, promo. Tucker versus Akira Tazawa. A lot of these could be main event. Could be WrestleMania matches, but some of them might not be. Level 2 rivalry for those 2, even though it was a terrible match. Excellent promo by R-Truth. That's exactly why I signed you. And Liv Morgan and Kacy Catanzaro. Can you retain? Actually, or can you win back the championships? No, Raquel Gonzalez and Tamina win. It's a legendary match. Our first 5-star match. And it's rivalry complete. Thank you very much, ladies. Right, so this is what we're up against then. We have a women's tag team title match in the opener going on forward, and they don't really have anything else that's special on this card either. So I think we should actually beat them here. They beat us right in the mid-card there, but we smashed them in the main event. So their mid-card of Omos and Kalista doing very well for them yet again. But we still should have had a better amount of fans there. 189,000. We gained 57,000. We're still ranked number 1. They only gained 167,000. So yes, we have extended our lead once again with Angelo Dawkins still as our champion. Okay, one thing I think I really underestimated was the stamina when you have the 4 and 5 matches for pay-per-views now. So we are really struggling for stamina still, and we do have a lot of injuries, even though we have the most overpowered roster and we've been winning since day 1. So we have had to sign a jobber just for the simple reason that we didn't have enough available wrestlers to actually have a match to fill out all of these matches. So Tamina versus Whitney Quaid in the mid-card match, because I want to make this a title match here and hopefully start a new rivalry. Now, we got a role change of Buddy Murphy, so I think that's going to be quite a good thing if we get him to be a heel. We can then put him up against R-Truth. We had too many baby faces now, so we need to make somebody else a heel. Mid-card is Tucker versus Randy Orton. Tucker did not want to go up against Akira Tazawa again, so instead we'll put him up against Randy Orton, but Akira Tazawa is going to do the run-in. Tamina versus Whitney, like we mentioned. And then in the main event is Danny Burch versus Montez Ford, but Damian Priest is doing the run-in to keep that rivalry going. But Damian Priest's stamina is really low, so we're actually risking it doing this as well. Our show logistics, we have 3 optional bonuses here, and we're running the big stadium now instead of just the Thunderdome, so we're bringing in a lot of money, which we're going to need. And hopefully, with all the show bonuses that we have, we can still get a better show quality than our rivals on Raw. I just really hope there's no injuries in this tag team match here. Otis and Chad Gable retain. It is a new rivalry as well. That's absolutely fantastic. So what I'm thinking now is we give them a rest next week, let their stamina come up, and then we can put them in 2 more matches before the final week of the pay-per-view, and then at least then they should be able to get to at least level 2, and we can use the Instigator card for a payoff at WrestleMania. That's good. Murphy then, okay. He's a good heel, I think, Murphy. Tucker versus Randy Orton. Randy Orton should win this. Tucker wins, even though he has the run in. It's a good match. He defeats Randy Orton, of all people. R-Truth's going to call out Murphy. It's an excellent promo. It's a level 1 rivalry. Tamina versus Whitney Quaid. I'm hoping it doesn't do a rivalry because it's his job. But Whitney Quaid won somehow, and Tamina gets injured. Of course she does. Angelo Dawkins doing a promo. He had low stamina too. And Danny Burch versus Montez Ford with Damian Priest doing the run-in. Danny Burch still wins. And that was a Hell in a Cell too. A great match. I needed to put something in there to make the star rating a little bit more. I actually don't think that was a bad card as what I thought it was going to be. Lacy Evans versus Dana Brooke is going to be a difficult one to beat in that opener there for their tables match. I bet that gets a 4-star. I bet it does. I've just got a feeling. It does. Ooh, only a level 3, but it is a 3-star match. There we go. Right, okay. We'll simulate the rest. So we beat them. Oh, they only beat us in what? Oh, they beat us in the main as well. What was their main? Really? Tables match? Even though we had a Hell in a Cell, they still beat us. We did have a run-in on Hell in a Cell, which is quite funny, by the way. Just still on the outside shouting abuse. We only gained 18,000. Tamina forcing a DQ in a match ruined my night. My disappointment is immeasurable. Oh dear. Well, I didn't tell her to do that. So that's... Fandango and Tyler Breeze worked really well as a team. There we go. That was a good signing, wasn't it? We gained 123,000 fans. They were still number 1 because they only gained 24,000. So yeah, we're still ahead. But only because they are also doing just as bad as what we are. Okay, week number 12 then. Danny Burch, for some reason, wanted a tag match with Randy Orton, which ended this week. So I thought I'd give it to him against Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. But we got Damian Priest doing the run-in on Danny Burch to keep that rivalry brewing because he did want a match against him as well. He's a very demanding character, is Danny Burch. Whitney Quaid's doing something charity, as is Casey, as is Fandango, while we rest other wrestlers. Akira Tazawa versus Tucker, level 2 out of 4 for now. Liv Morgan versus Raquel Gonzalez, just to fit to fill a spot really. But our main event is R-Truth versus Buddy Murphy, and it is in a TLC match. Okay. Show logistics, we got 3 optional bonuses there. Arena is the big stadium though, so we should gain a little bit of money from this. Let's see how this one plays out. Now, I am hoping that we don't get any more injuries because there are a few people who are under 40 for stamina there, but they are in just okay matches. We're not trying to work them too much. A good match there. Does nothing for the Damian Priest-Danny Burch rivalry though. Whitney Quaid, 5,000 fans. Akira Tazawa versus Tucker. Just a normal match. As long as it stays below 3-star, our show quality isn't as bad. There we go, good match. Casey Catanzaro, excellent promo, thank you. Liv Morgan versus Raquel Gonzalez. You see this one quite often, I think. Liv Morgan is the winner. Good match. She is injured, though. Honestly, all of our women are basically injured at the minute. And then R-Truth versus Murphy in the main event, and it's a TLC match. How is this one going to play out? Murphy wins after being called out last week. It's a great match, and it's a level 2 rivalry. Okay, that one's good. That one is good. Okay, let's simulate what they are doing. So we gained 3 3-stars and 1 3.5, but they actually had a really good main event. Tables match there. That's frustrating. But I still think our show quality will shine through. We gained 17,000 fans, $150,000 there, which is great. We're still ranked number 1, and we got a free special effects booking for a run-in. So we've basically got a lot of freebies to use coming into WrestleMania. Then finally, 31,000 is what they gained. So they double the amount of what we did, but we're still number 1. So they did gain quite a lot there, about 20,000 on us now, about 3 weeks away from WrestleMania. Week number 13 then, and I just want to highlight how many power cards we have to use still for monetary reasons. Free arena booking, free advertiser booking, free special effects, and the free ring crew booking when we use Montez Ford for this. So we will have all 4 of the show logistics for free going into WrestleMania, which I think is amazing. We just need to get the rivalries there, but we still have the instigator card to use too. Now, and we have 1 injury rehab there to use just in case. So let's take a look then, because we haven't signed anybody, but what we have basically done is made use of what we got. We have got the tag team match that hopefully we can get to a level 2 at the very least. If not, then we're going to have to use them again next week, and we're going to really risk Otis and Chad Gable getting injured against Tyler Breeze and Fandango. It is a title match as well. R-Truth's going to call out Murphy. Murphy's going to call out R-Truth, trying to get that to at least a level 3 for a big payoff. We then got Kacy Catanzaro calling out Natalya. Natalya is still the champion, but she is injured right now. Then we have Damian Priest versus Danny Burch. Again, it's a level 2 rivalry, but it's 11 stamina for Damian Priest at the minute, so it is quite risky. Montez Ford is going to go up against Akira Tazawa, but Tucker's going to do the run-in on Akira Tazawa to keep that rivalry going. And Randy Orton versus champion Angelo Dawkins in an Extreme Rules match for the title. Yeah, show logistic. We're running the big stadium with 3 optional bonuses there to keep our show quality as high as it can possibly be as we go into WrestleMania. Okay, Otis and Gable putting their titles on the line and winning them. Oh, he got injured. The tag team rivalry has gone to level 2 though, so that's the most important thing. Now we can just use the injury card on Otis. Let's just hope it's not too serious. R-Truth and Murphy. It's a good, does nothing for the rivalry though. Damian Priest versus Danny Burch. Damian Priest wins. Does it do something for the rivalry? It doesn't. What is going on? Kacy Catanzaro doesn't do anything for the rivalry. That's 3 in a row. Montez Ford versus Akira Tazawa, but with Tucker doing the run-in. Akira Tazawa still wins. Does something for the rivalry. Thank God. Level 3 there. Murphy versus R-Truth. This time calling them the other way round. There we go. Level 3. Thank you, Murphy. Right, Randy Orton. Andrew Dawkins. Randy Orton keeps complaining because he has lost so many in a row. Will he lose this one? It's another titles match. And he's good at Extreme Rules. No, he wins. Oh, he's injured. You are kidding me. Level 4, but it is a classic. Injured again. So they are running the big stadium there, like open top stadium. But they have no promos and they're only running singles matches. So their stamina is really struggling like we are. That's interesting. Another injury there. Okay, the stamina between these two ladies seems to be okay. Dana Brooke wins. Mediocre. Both staminas, so they've signed Farouk. Interesting signing that one. Using the legends. Finn Balor wins that one. Doesn't do a rivalry or anything like Lacy Evans versus Rio Ripley. These two are both struggling as well. And Lacy Evans wins another injury amazing match. Oh, they might be really struggling. So we actually defeated them there as well, which is quite interesting. And we put on much more of a fuller card. We only gained 7,000 though. We did gain quite a lot of money. We did, and we got that free ring crew booking. So for WrestleMania, we are looking sweet. But plus 4,000, we still gain more than them. They gained $251,000 from running the big stadium there. Okay, that's fair enough. Oh boy, we are really stripped back. Week number 14, if we take a look at our injuries, Otis is out for 3 weeks. Randy Orton was out for 2 weeks. We gave him a card. He's still busy for 1 week, but he has that rivalry with Angelo Dawkins, which we can do for the main event of WrestleMania. Liv Morgan's still out for 2 weeks. It's not looking fantastic for us. So the card that we have got, though, I mean, show logistics-wise, we are running the big open stadium. We've got movie deals now, which is good, which is the final one, because we actually still get an optional bonus with that, because we have enough 3-star power players in the game to gain 2 popularity and plus 13 for show quality, which is perfect, but the show itself, maybe not as good. We've got Raquel Gonzalez and Tamina versus Toni Storm and Whitney Quaid. It's just a random title match that I thought I'd throw in there. Extreme Rules. Murphy versus R-Truth. We then got Natalya versus Kacy Catanzaro. And Chad Gable versus Montez Ford in the main event in the tables match. We do have a call out of Danny Burch versus Damian Priest. Damian Priest only has a 9 for stamina, so I thought if we just do a call out there, it won't be as bad. And Andrew Dawkins is going to do a self-promo with Fandango doing the charity work. So Andrew Dawkins basically just saying, I want my title back. I lost my title to Randy Orton and I want it back. Right. The big open stadium then is going to gain us a lot of money. And of course we still have all of the things we need to save money for the next one. It's a great match. Didn't see that happening. And the Jobber actually won the tag titles. Never mind. Angelo Dawkins gets no fans. Brilliant. What a waste of time that was. R-Truth beats Murphy. Murphy's injured though. Of course he is. Of course he is. And it's a level 4, so we won't be able to use that. That goes to level 3. We've got the Instigator card still to use, though. Don't forget, Natalya versus Katie Catanzaro. Natalya does win. Casey Catanzaro is now injured. Fantastic. Fandango doing a good promo. There we go. And then Chad Gable versus Montez Ford. Chad Gable gets injured. It probably doesn't matter because Otis is injured anyway. He doesn't. Level 1 rivalry, though, between him and Ford. But it's a great match. Only a tables match. It was a great match. Well, that was interesting. Okay, so that's what they're running. Nothing too special. I reckon we might still be in with a chance of winning this one. And no, their main event really rocked, which is weird. Rio Ripley versus Peyton Royce in just a tables match. Tamina's really great for Extreme Rules, even though she lost. 18,000 is what we gained. 168,000. And Toni Storm and Whitney Quaid worked really well as a tag team. I did not see that coming. Wow. Yeah, we gained $186,000 though, which is huge money. Nice. Plus 34,000. Uh-oh. Are they hot on our tails now? 6,000 going into WrestleMania. I'm supposed to have the most overpowered draft here. And yet we might even lose it right at the end. It's WrestleMania time then in this overpowered draft. And we have had a couple of wrestlers vetoed, including Montez Ford. And of course, we still can't use a lot of the wrestlers that were injured. Despite having an injury card, Otis is still busy for 1 week. So there's 2 level 3 rivalries there, which will just die. Unfortunately, Buddy Murphy's also out for 2 weeks too, so that level 4 rivalry was a complete waste of time. But we still managed to fill the card somehow, and we still, I think, will go on and win this. So let's take a look then. We have our opener of Akira Tazawa versus Tucker in a Hell in a Cell. Yes, everybody wants to see that one, don't they? Fandango for charity, Natalya for charity, Tyler Breeze for charity. Then we have a mid-card of Danny Birch versus Damien Priest, TLC. Toni Storm and Whitney Quaid, they need to put their titles on the line. It's WrestleMania, there we go, because it's only one of 2 title matches that we have on the main card now. Then we have R-Truth versus Chad Gable, just trying to fill a hole really, into the main event of Randy Orton versus Angelo Dawkins in another Hell in a Cell. Now, we don't have anybody free there, but we do have a little bit of money, so why don't we do my overpowered thing of signing a legend with high popularity and 5-star on the mic, like Stone Cold Steve Austin, and we do a charity there with him. There we go. So that should be good enough then to gain us even more fans as we go into this this WrestleMania. Now, we could have gone a little bit further into like tables match. I mean, we might as well. Why are we just doing it as a tables match? We might as well just go. So Danny Burch has to do a TLC match. And Damien Priest is already good at one. So that's the reason why we're doing a TLC match there. So we have spent $210,000 of our $236,000. We are running the big open stadium, the McMahon family, industry leading lights and movie deals. Everything is top of the range. Could we assign anybody decent in that last week? Mace would have been a good one. Mace is always a very decent, overpowered figure in regards to MyGM mode, but I think we're absolutely fine. Let's just run with this then. Now, our opener is obviously my favourite, Akira Tazawa versus Tucker. I've planned that very well, haven't I? Let's simulate this Hell in a Cell match. Will Akira Tazawa win? No. Tucker equals ratings. He has won. Rivalry complete. Fandango, 5,000 fans. Danny Burch versus Damien Priest. This is probably going to do better than the opener now, isn't it? Danny Burch wins. And it's a classic. There we go. Rivalry complete. Natalya, good promo. Toni Storm, Whitney Quaid for the titles. Tamina and Raquel Gonzalez, they win. They win their titles back. 3 injuries in that one match. There's so many injuries. It's unbelievable. Tyler Breeze for charity. Excellent. Thank you. R-Truth versus Chad Gable. Hell in a Cell match. R-Truth wins against Chad Gable. Nice. Amazing match. Then we got good old Stone Cold coming out. He does an excellent promo, gains 5,000. Then Randy Orton versus Angelo Dawkins for the title, and it's Hell in a Cell, and Randy Orton wins. Legendary match, rivalry complete, tops off a fantastic WrestleMania for SmackDown. But how do Raw get on? Well, Becky Lynch versus Peyton Royce. Peyton Royce wins in a Hell in a Cell legendary match to kick things off. Jesus, Ivar and Omos. That's two giants. That should never work. Good? Good? No, come off it. Two giants against each other, and you're telling me that works well. Great match between those two there. John Morrison versus Kalista. Is this a rivalry? I don't think it is. No, it's an okay match. Eric versus Finn Balor then. Main event, TLC. Eric wins. I told you, if I had Eric, which I tried getting, oh my god, legendary match as well. So they had two legendary matches. That's worrying. That is worrying. Because remember, we were only 6,000 fans ahead. Okay. We gained 301,000. I don't think it's enough. Yes, come on. Oh, thank God. 265. Oh, it feels good to win again. 2,357,984 fans there. 2,315,000 with 360 fans. Oh, we actually ended with the same champions that we actually started off with as well, which is very rare. So that's not bad at all. But let's take a look at this then. We got ever so close right in that final week number 14. But for a while there, I mean, we were always ahead. But for a while, we started to pull away a little bit. And then right near the end, Sonya Deville and her Raw, they came back at us. But budget, we were always up and down, but we always looked quite safe and secure, to be fair, after we got past that first pay-per-view where we were a little bit short on cash. But yeah, I think this has been a massive success. So don't forget, from tomorrow, brand new series starting, Ruthless Aggression. And that is your reason to subscribe today. So if you are brand new subscribing today from this video because you want to watch that next series, then let me know down in the comments so I can thank you personally, and I will see you tomorrow for that video. If it's already out, by the way, it will be on this end screen right here. So just click it and that will help you. Take you right to the video. Thank you. Bye-bye.